Okay, this is our first picking and the first ever growing of blackberries here at our little homestead. And my wife wants me to do a video. So what I've got here is 6 blackberry plants and 2 blueberry plants here at the very end. So I'll just show these here. They're alive. It's really windy out. We've had some high velocity winds here. But those are the 2 blueberries, and then you can see they're just doing really good. I planted them here as a testing thing because our sprinklers to the lawn, the sod here, is right here. So at least they'll get some water in every other day. It's really hot. And then this is the one we're going to be picking from here, and I'm going to have my wife do the honors. Is there any over here? This one doesn't have. This one looks like it's struggling. The wind has just really kicked this plant big time, but look at that new growth right there. Well, it's going to do good. Okay, do the honors. Okay, let me get over here. So how many blackberries? Just pick the one. Ooh, wow, look at that, man. These are our first. Was that it? There's no others? Oh my gosh. Can you imagine when these things get really big? The volume. So we got what, like 4? Okay. Where are we going over here? Oh, there's one. Any others? Then you check this one over here?
Yeah, it's not ready yet.
It's not ready yet? What about over here?
Not ready yet.
What about this one?
This one in a couple days.
Okay, just in a couple days. So is that it then? So we got
Whopping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
okay. Alrighty, so that's our first ever blackberries here in New Fairview, Texas. Our farm, Mylene and Aida. Oh, I just gotta show this. We got some figs growing on this tree. Look at that, our very first figs. That looks like it's going through a little bit of stress, but hopefully it's going to be okay. Why, you want me to show the plum tree? No, I know. You want to see the apples? Our first apples? Come on, let's look. Because the wind will probably blow them off anyway. They're anticipating a major storm to hit us tomorrow. But this tree has been in the ground for 4 years, and there it is, right there. That's one apple. This is a gala apple tree. And the other one is up here. Where are you? There it is. Right up there. A whopping 2 apples, wow. But hey, 2 is better than none, and hopefully we'll get a lot more next year. And then we also have our first pears. Planted this tree last year, and it's got quite a few pears on it. It's sort of hard to see with all the wind blowing.
There's a lot right there.
A lot of pears. Yeah, we have like 4 pear trees. A lot of pears on this tree here. They sort of hide in all the leaves. And I got some persimmon trees growing over here. They actually have persimmons on it. I don't know whether to leave them on because they zap the nutrients. This just was planted like 3 weeks ago. But be interesting to see. It's a oops, you can see they're not cheap either. Fuyu persimmon. Purchased at Lowe's here in Decatur, Texas. Okay, so the wife went back in the house. And hey, thanks for watching. This is, we've now lived here officially 5 years. And I've planted Walmart grapes. They're Concord grapes. I planted one on each corner of the property 5 years ago when there was no sod here. There was no sidewalks, there was no barn, there was all dirt, and there was no fencing, all the way out to the 407 out there, which leads out to Justin, where they have the famous Texas boots. And I got some peach trees that I've planted. This tree here did incredible. We got probably close to 1,000 plums off of it last year, and then I chopped it back severely. Should never have done that. So there's like nothing this year, but I'm gonna leave it alone. You learn through these days. And but this is one that my mother carried along with her for years, and it was just a tiny little thing over 5 years ago, and now it is what it is, and we should do really well with it next year. And here's another Kiefer pear. There are pears on this tree right here. This tree is really doing well. It was planted 4 years ago. Look at the base. It's doing really well. It can hold up to the high velocity winds we got out here. Here's a couple peach trees. I was wondering if they were going to make it or not, but the leaves are coming out, and I just watered it today. There's another apple tree over there. And Arkham, see that? That's what he wants me to do. He wants me to throw the... Okay. So I'm going to take this. Yeah. That's what he lives for. Another apple tree right there. This is my son and daughter's German Shepherd. And you're being called, Arkham. Your master calls you. So I think I'm going to end here. And you can also see here the trellis that I created. That's actually, that red thing there was see, Walmart was selling those things, and I think Lowe's sells them too, to grow tomatoes on. So I detached them, put up some eyelets. Where is that? Right there. And I just hung it, and I did it all around the back eaves of our home here. We have about a 2,500 square foot home. So, and you notice, if you can see, last year we had a ton of grapes. This year I chopped off at the bottom because the dogs would lift their legs up and do you know what, and it was sort of gross. And so I thought about, well, why don't I not allow it to grow down there, but allow it to grow up here? So that it's done, but maybe I needed to fertilize it, but they're growing fantastic, and hopefully next year they'll produce again. They produced a lot last year, but we always had to make sure that we were washing the bunches of grapes. So that's pretty much it. This is another huge plum tree that has flowered beautifully, but has hardly ever produced. It's now 5 years old. Maybe I just need to fertilize it more. I don't know. So. Hey, thanks for watching. Appreciate it, and until next time. And today is May 28th of 2019. Okay, take care. God bless.